Hey y'all, happy Saturday. I know it's been a minute, so I wanted to go live today and do some quick readings for those of y'all who want some quick readings done. It's been a hot minute. I've been busy, but I'm here. So if you want a reading, go ahead and jump on in this live stream because when I'm out, baby, I'm out. I got stuff to do today. So, but how has everybody been? I know it's been a hot minute, so I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Everybody had a productive week. But yeah, sending my love to everybody. Hey, Tatiana. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you? And anybody who's wanting to join my live stream, you guys, just know I've changed. So, morning, Aisha. Good to see you too, Tatiana. Good to see everybody hopping into the live stream. So, I have changed my Cash App handle. It's back to my name. So, I'm going to see if I can put it in here. Can I type in? Can I text in here? Hang on, y'all. Okay, yeah. So here's my Cash App handle, so y'all can see it. Readings are the same. I haven't changed anything. Okay. 1222 for a quick 5-card pull. No, honey. My readings are donation based. They're donation based. I mean, whatever you want to send, but I typically ask at least a minimum of 1222. You're welcome. Hey, Aisha. Hey to whoever else hopped in the live stream. But I just wanted to come in and do some readings this morning because I haven't in a hot minute because I've been so busy. And I haven't posted collective readings yet for December, so I plan on working on that later. Ooh. But y'all, the student life has not been easy for me. Trying to balance between work and work and school has like been my challenge. So I'm finally getting to a point where I think I pretty much have that balance figured out. And once I do that, I can still have my window for doing like collective readings and stuff. Now, if you don't follow me on Instagram, you should, because I've been going live there. Also, this morning, I wanted to do a quick chit chat because a lot of people don't follow me on Instagram. And so some of the topics that we talk about on my Instagram page, I wanted to carry over. If y'all have been following me for a while now, you know that I've been the one that started the girls chat, right, on my tarot channel. And I've seen other readers trying to copy my style. But I stopped doing it because I'd seen a lot of people trying to jump on the bandwagon and start doing it themselves. I like to engage with my audience. I like to talk about different things, not just in relation to tarot, but also in relation to religion, spirituality, politics, all of the things. So, all I ask is that if you hop into my live stream, that you keep it respectful, that you acknowledge my moderators. Aisha is one of my moderators. Divine Cancerian is one of my moderators. I don't have a lot of moderators. I only have 2. So, you know, if you hop into the live stream, if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for being here. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the live stream, okay? Me just shuffling. But the other day, because I have a lot of people who, and I do have a website for those of y'all who would like to book a full in-depth reading on my website, AquarianEmpressTarot.net. But the other day, I've been having a lot of people book with me, specifically love readings. So over the course of like 4 or 5 different clients I've had this week, a lot of people are asking me, you know, what about this person? What is spirit showing you about this person? Is this the person for me? And what I want to say is, Not everything will apply to everybody's situation exactly the same. But I will say, when it comes to relationships, you kind of have to be, take things slow. You know what I mean? You have to be open and receptive to loving energy, but you have to take it slow. You cannot rush somebody to express their feelings for you. And let me explain what I mean, because y'all probably gonna know what I mean, right? If I just met you, right? This just like, even if you were developing just a friendship, this is not even romantic. It's just platonic. If I met Aisha in a grocery store and we met face to face, right? And, we talking and we kikiing and we, maybe we exchange numbers and be like, girl, you want to hang out sometime? You want to come, hang out with me at the gym? Or, I take my kids, our kids go to the same school or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, we find common ground, right? And then we'll start texting each other or talking to each other. Or then we might have a girls' night out or whatever the case is. It takes time to build up to that. You know what I'm saying? So the same thing applies in romantic relationships. Like, you have to get to momentum. You can't just expect a person to be all lovey-dovey and clingy all over you, and you guys have not even met in person. Does that make sense? Let me know, Aisha. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Like, because I have a lot of people who be like, oh, well, I don't really know. I don't know why this person, they just kind of seem closed off, or they don't really seem receptive. Exactly. And it's like, this person doesn't really know you. Y'all have only been talking for 2 weeks. What is that? This is not, okay, I'm ready to get married now. You know what I mean? Like, it takes time for people to open up. And even on an intimacy level, like sexual intimacy, a lot of people are so quick to hop into it. I don't even know if I like you as a person. Why are you trying to talk to me about explicit things? And I don't know you as a person. I don't even know if I like you as a person. We have not even dated in person. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to take the time to allow someone to get to know you, right? That's the thing. Also, when it comes to a woman's intuition, never doubt your intuition. If you feel like something is off, it probably is. Especially if you have this really, really strong feeling that something is just not right. And then you kind of like see the signs, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of a sudden this person's communication has started falling off, or they're not texting you as often as they used to, or all of a sudden now they're not answering their phone, or they just acting funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just acting funny. Pay attention to things, because a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't see this coming. I thought everything was going well, whoop de woo. And now all of a sudden we're broken up. It's not all of a sudden, baby. You weren't paying attention to the signs. Let's be real. That person will always show you signs. They will throw you little subtle jokes out there, because trust me, there's always a little bit of truth in jokes. People will show you how they feel about you just by their actions or the lack thereof. They're not communicating. They're not coming by. They're not planning the dates anymore. They're not calling you those little pet names, like babe, baby, honey, hunt, whatever it is, whatever little cute nicknames you have. They start acting funny. They don't, you know what I mean? Like, you have to pay attention to those things. That's number 2. Okay, that's number 2 when it comes to love. Number 3, you have to be very realistic about what your expectations are and be upfront with those expectations. If you are not like somebody that wants to be talked to rough, you're not aggressive, like you're not from somewhere like Memphis, Tennessee, or New York, the Bronx, Brooklyn, you're not from places like that, or LA, Compton, Redwood, whatever it is, California, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not from really rough places, you may not want to be treated a certain way. So you need to let the person that you're dating know, like, hey, listen, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm not that girl, okay? This does not fly with me, okay? Also, if you know your expectations, stand on business. If you've told somebody before that they've done something that has bothered you and you've expressed that concern respectfully to them, and they disrespectfully disregard your concern, walk away. Walk away. Stop giving people 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chances to get it right. They knew the first time. The more chances you give them, the more times they're gonna fuck it up. Basically, that I don't have any nice way to say it. You keep giving chances, and they're gonna keep fucking it up. Okay, so stop giving people so many chances to screw you over, to disrespect you, to play in your face. Soon as you see it, The first time, call it out. There will not be a next time. The next time, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. We're out of here. We're not going to keep doing this back and forth type thing, right? So those were a few things that I've touched on in some of my live streams on Instagram and in my girls chats and in my conversations. But the other day, I always get this, well, who's going to be my next love? That question. Who's going to be my next person? Exactly. Zero tolerance, Aisha. We're out with the bullshit and we're in with the new year. We're out with the bullshit and we're in with the new person. New man, who's this? New woman, who's this? Because the thing is, as you get older, especially if you're in your 30s like I am, if you are over the age of 30, 35, you do not have time to play. So the first signs of foolery, the first signs of, I can't keep my phone on. Hey, G-Star, how are you? I can't keep my phone on. Like I shared a story with everybody on Instagram Live the other day where I was talking to this guy. We were just talking, right? And not even, because I told my best friend, I was like, listen, you give them 7 days. Something is going to happen in 7 days where they're going to act crazy or do something crazy or say something crazy to test your boundaries and to see what you're willing to put up with. Give it 7 days. I'm telling y'all, come back and let me know if you find out that I'm lying. 7 days, just 7 days. You're going to see something. I'm good. Thank you for asking and welcome to my channel if you're new. So I was talking to this guy, right, in the first 7 days. So we were having a good conversation or whatever. And he initiated wanting to actually meet in person. And I was like, that's fine. At a restaurant or whatever. And I was like, okay, so you need to decide what restaurant, because we were at a 2-hour difference. And I was like, I'm willing to meet you halfway, but I'm not going where you are because I'm just not going to do that. As a single woman, you have to think smart. You have to think safe. So I'm like, I'm willing to go at least an hour away. I always share my location with my family, let them know exactly where I'm going. If they cannot give you, here's a tip, ladies. If they cannot give you an exact location, date, and time, do not show up. Do not show up anywhere. And all of your family and close friends need to know where you are for safety purposes. Drop that location, babes. I don't care how grown you think you are. Drop that location. Just in case something happens, right? Come prepared. So I leave it in his hands. He's the man. He was like, well, I'm not really good at that type of thing. So I'm thinking, right? I'm going to let you pick the place. Okay. So I picked the place. What time works for you? Saturday at 1 o'clock works for me. Are you available to meet at that time? Yes or no? It's really very simple. Because I have other things to do if you're not available. And also don't ever be too available for somebody. Always trying to bend over backwards. Well, I can do this. Well, I can come at 9 o'clock at night. No, I will not. I'm going to be in bed. I don't care what he had going on all day on a Saturday. I'm not coming to meet you at 9 o'clock at night. And we just started talking. That makes no sense. 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. It's a wrap. If you haven't made a decision by early morning, it's a wrap. I'm over 35. I'm ready to be in the bed by 9. So we decided on a place and a time, but then he goes, oh, well, I forgot I have my kids. This was on a Friday, right? So I said, okay, cool. This was in the first 7 days. I was like, okay, cool, fine. So then like a few more days passed. This is when we first initially started talking. The first 48 hours we've been talking. And so I was like, okay, cool, no problem, whatever. So the couple of days passed, and then all of a sudden I didn't hear from him or whatever. And he was like, oh, my kids have been in an accident. I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I hope everybody's okay. Everybody was fine. Right? So again, he decided, he was like, well, maybe we can try again for this coming up weekend. We can meet this and such place, this and such time. So I was like, okay, fine. So then as it got closer for us to meet, and I'm so grateful that I don't center my life around what a man has going on, because I don't care that much. I had other things to do anyway, but as it was getting closer, because I had to drive, I was going to leave at noon and meet him at 1. As it was getting closer, I was like, okay, I texted him. He didn't answer. So I called. He didn't answer. And then he texted me back and was like, can we try again for tomorrow? This is an hour before we were supposed to meet. And I was like, okay, this is pissing me off already. because you knew hours ago that you weren't going to meet me, and you could have just said that instead of just playing around and not answering or responding. So anywho, I went on and did what I had to do for the day, right? So that was Saturday. Sunday comes. This man texts me and says to me, again, this was like 2-3 hours before we were supposed to meet. My phone's not working. I don't have the money to keep my phone on. What does that have to do with me, y'all? Mind you, this is all within 7 days of just talking. What does that have to do with me, and what does that have to do with the date? Please explain. And what should I do here? What should I do in that situation? Should I continue to talk to this man? Should I continue to give this man the time of day? Guess what I did? Exactly, Aisha. Guess what I did? Me being me, the Aquarius that I am. And I was really nice to the guy. Don't get me wrong, because y'all know I'm petty. But I was really nice, and I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, well, I said, and he was like, I'm trying to figure out a way to keep my phone on or whatever. And I'm like, first of all, I don't even know you. Why are you telling me these problems? Why are you telling me these problems start in 7 days of meeting you, and you're already telling me about financial problems? That's a red flag, y'all. Look out for financial problems, immediate financial problems. That's an immediate run. So I was like, oh, okay, well, do what you have to do or whatever. Because he was like, I don't want to cancel. And I said, well, I mean, if you can't keep a phone on, in my mind, thinking logically, y'all tell me what you would have done and tell me if I'm wrong. But thinking logically, if your phone is not on, how are you texting me? Number one. Number two, how am I supposed to confirm with you if I'm going somewhere that's not familiar to me? Because I literally was going out of state. I had to drive an hour, which I was going to Blytheville, Arkansas, which is like an hour from my location. Because it's a halfway meeting point between me and this person who is in Memphis, Tennessee. So I'm like, how can I even call you to confirm if your phone is not on, right? That was another red flag. Two things. How are you texting me? And how are you supposed to confirm a date? Why would you still go to a date? Number three, how do you have money for the date? Why would you still continue to go on a date knowing you don't even have money to put on your phone? If you don't have the money to put on a phone bill, what makes me think you have money to spend on a date? Y'all see where I'm coming from with this? I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm being realistic. And there comes a point where you have to stop being so understanding and be real about what's going on. Be real with yourself and be real with that other person. You're not in a position, sir, to be dating right now, obviously, by what you've clearly just told me. So I would be a complete stone fool to be like, oh, okay, well, I'll still meet you if you want to meet. Hell no. Absolutely not. So, number 4, he runs a business. He owns a business. He owns his own tire shop. So you mean to tell me, remember I told y'all about the accident with the kids. You mean to tell me as a business owner and as a father, you don't have a working phone? Between those two responsibilities, you don't have a working phone and you're out here looking for a girlfriend? The priorities. See what I'm saying? The priorities. I can smell a lie. Right? It felt like a lie because it probably was. It felt like a lie to me, and I don't do lying very well. So it's like, you know what? If you just can't go on the date, then just say that. But for you to lie and say that your phone is not working and you're, number 1, you're texting me. Number 2, you have 4 kids. Number 3, you have a business, so you have clientele. And to tell me that your phone you don't have money for your phone, it sounds like a lie. It sounds like a lie. So yeah, y'all, he was blocked. He got blocked. He never made any arrangements. I think it was like a day or 2 later that I blocked him because he had texted me and he was just like, hey. And I'm like, hey, like, you're not saying shit. There's nothing. You're not talking about anything. You're not saying, oh, I'm sorry about what happened. Can we reschedule? You're making very low effort, sir, to maintain this. And I'm not going to carry us. So I went ahead and blocked him. Hadn't heard from him since. Don't care to. All right, y'all. So enough of my shenanigans. But this is why I said, like, you have to be willing to stand on business and walk away. Walk away as soon as you get wind of crazy. As soon as you get wind of crazy instability, mental instability, emotional instability, because there are those too. Beware of the ones running around talking about some, oh, I need you to be my peace. Sir, you need to be at peace with yourself. You need to be at peace with God. Okay? I'm not here to bring you peace. That's not what I'm here for. You have to be at peace on your own before somebody else can be at peace with you. Right? So for those of y'all wanting to book love readings, I'm open. And there's 20% off readings. So use the code HOLIDAY on my website when you check out to book your full reading. You can use that code, that discount code in there, and it'll take the 20% off. So I'm still doing personals. I just haven't done collectives. All right, Spirit. What messages do you have overall for the collective? Let's see what comes out, y'all. Y'all, it's raining and thundering here this morning. Six of Swords. Woo. I felt that in my chest. Like, I had to let that out. Six of Swords, y'all. So the Six of Swords is one more than the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is very wishy-washy energy. You know, the Five of Swords is like separation, kind of conflict. It could be mental games and pettiness, mental conflict. So the Six of Swords is one up from that. And the Six of Swords energy carries a more peaceful energy because it's like, we moving on, babe. We moving on. What happened 2 weeks ago is not yesterday's price, is not today's price. We're not stuck on the past. We're moving forward. And that's what Spirit wants everybody to collectively focus on. Moving on and moving forward. How can we continue to grow? How can we learn from the past and continue to move forward? So the Six of Swords is like you're escaping a difficult situation. Maybe you're leaving a difficult situation behind. You literally packed your bags and said, I'm relocating. I'm leaving this situation. I put in a 2-week notice and I ain't coming back. Bye. Six of Swords. It's like, it's moving on energy. And so for a lot of y'all, it will be, now is a time for you to think about going into the new year, how you want to move forward, right? With this Six of Swords. So just keep that in mind. Okay. What else, Spirit? Yeah. Ten of Swords. Moving away from a situation that just wasn't serving you. From a situation that, you know, maybe it was somebody that you thought you could trust and you found out otherwise. You found out differently that you can't count on this person. This person is not reliable. This person is not stable in every sense of the word. They're not stable. So you had to move out of that situation or a work environment. Look, there's a lot of conflict, a lot of drama, a lot of turmoil. You see all these folks fighting in this card, Five of Wands. And sometimes the conflict, the call can be coming from inside the house because you could be like mentally conflicted on what to do in a situation. And you need to sit still and be still. You don't always need to go to somebody else to figure it out. Sometimes you just need to sit with yourself in quiet and meditation or in prayer and just really sit and think about what your options are in that situation and what would be the best course of action for you, right? You don't always have to go book a reading. You don't always have to go and ask somebody else for their opinion. Sometimes we have to learn to sit still, think about our situation, and think about what the possible solutions could be for that situation. Okay. Yeah. Ten of Wands. Some of y'all have been very stressed to the max. But the thing is, with tens, it's a completion of a cycle. So for a lot of y'all, there has been a lot of drama, a lot of stress. It could have been in your workplace. It could be in your relationships, friendships. But Spirit is saying it's time to move on from all of that. Six of Swords. It's time to let go of carrying other people's burdens. Also, too, be mindful that you are in control. We have the Emperor here. Y'all see him? I love when the Emperor comes up because this is Aries energy. So with that being said, you have the power to determine the outcome of a situation. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit and whine and complain that you don't have enough money to do this, that, and the third? Are you going to sit and blame somebody else for the situation? Are you going to take full responsibility and full accountability and say, you know what? Still I rise. This too shall pass. And I will get through this situation. It's not going to be all love and light. It's not going to be all butterflies and rainbows, but I'll make it through. One thing about the Emperor, he protects his throne at all costs. He protects his throne at all costs. It happens sometimes, Aisha. That's why I like to tell people everything in tarot is not about love and relationships. Some stuff is about work. Some stuff is about family. I know for me, it's family, like learning to leave other people's drama alone. Learning to walk away from, listen, sometimes your own people will betray you. Your own family. It could be cousins. It could be siblings. It could be whoever it is. They will betray you. Like, they will betray you because they trust somebody over you. You know how some of those people, like some women will put a man over their own children. Like they will actually believe, like if a child comes to them and they're saying, mommy, this is what happened. He did this to me, da 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 da. Some women are so sick that they'll be like, well, what were you doing to cause him to do that to you? The betrayal. Some in the workplace, because somebody holds a certain position, sometimes coworkers will do that same type of shit. They'll put somebody else over you because they're trying to butter up to this person and they're looking for clout within that company. So the same thing applies. And Spirit saying you got to learn to keep pushing forward, keep moving on, keep pushing, keep pressing the gas. All gas, no brakes, because some people are surrounded by dysfunction and drama and they want to try to pull you into it. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We about peace over here. Six of Swords. I try to keep my mental and my spiritual in control and my body in balance. The Emperor is also indicative of balance, balancing things out, balancing checks and balances, balancing that budget, balancing your mindset, balancing your lifestyle, your diet, the things that you do, the things that you ingest. The Emperor is big Aries energy. He's very driven. He's very passionate and he's very dominant. Yeah, and be aware of an authority figure as well, being somebody who could be the start of the drama. Be aware of that. In a workplace situation, somebody in a workplace situation being an instigator or being a problem, be aware of that. But Spirit says we have the control at the end of the day to walk away. And if it's not helping you grow, it's not helping you expand, it's not helping you level up, then what you staying there for? That's really Spirit's biggest thing. We got the Ace of Swords, clarity coming through. You're going to start seeing clearly what's for you and what's not. Being very direct with what it is that you want and stop giving your energy to the things that you don't. Standing on business and setting boundaries. Four of Pentacles. Stop giving an explanation. Everything doesn't need an explanation. It doesn't. If you're leaving, leave. You don't owe them an explanation. You don't. Same thing with dating. Sometimes people want to sit and give, text this person a whole paragraph about how you feel and how they wronged you. If it's a man, let me tell you something. 9 times out of 10, baby, they don't care. You pouring your heart out in a text message. If they already have been shitty to you anyway, 9 times out of 10, they don't care. So you might as well just cut it off. Just cut it off. What else we got? Yeah, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. Spirit says, what sacrifices are you willing to make for the things that you say that you want? You know, it's easy to run around saying that you want. The mind is already made up. It's easy to run around saying what we want out of life, but what are we doing about it? What are we doing about it? And also, you got to stop overthinking and over worrying. That's also a part of the stress, because I have a lot of swords on this board. Look, Ace of Swords, 10 of Swords, 6 of Swords. A lot of y'all are in y'all's head real bad, real heavy, and real thick. And Spirit says, stop it. Stop it. You're allowing your anxiety to eat you up, and it shows. Things are going to be taken care of. The bills ain't going nowhere. The debt ain't going nowhere. So tackle what you're able to tackle and keep it pushing. Spirit says, keep it pushing. You already have enough responsibilities, enough stress. Don't add more to your plate. Don't add more to your plate. And it's fine if you tell somebody no, because I got the Ace of Swords next to the 4 of Pentacles. No, I'm not available. No, I'm not working overtime. I don't have a babysitter for that. I'm not coming in on the weekend, right? I'm not switching shifts. It's a no. It's a hard no. It's a hard pass. And that's okay, because you have to protect your mental. Remember, the swords are mental energy. You have to protect your peace as well. You've already been doing enough and giving enough. And that's what's causing so much stress here. Because a lot of y'all be so concerned about your patients. You be so concerned about your other coworkers, or you're so concerned about other family members that you're not even focusing on what you got going on at home, because you're so focused on helping them and being that support system for them. Where is your support system? Spirit says, start saying no. You don't have to give that person a ride every day. They can figure some things out. I'm not saying be mean to people, but I'm saying don't overgive either. Don't constantly overextend yourself to people. You have enough. Look at this. You have enough. See, his hands are full. You have enough on your plate. Don't be taking on nobody else's emotional stress. Other people coming to you, wanting to talk to you and tell you what they don't have, that they're lacking. Keep in mind that words are powerful. Words are affirmations. So if you have someone coming to you, 8 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, communication, coming to you, and what they're saying to you is that they don't have enough money. They're broke. They can't. Girl, I can't afford it. Do you want to go with us on the next vacation next year? I can't. It's always I can't. Well, what are y'all doing for Christmas? I can't. Well, I don't know, because that negativity pours over. So stop associating with people whose mindset is scarcity mindset. They have no concept of how to get themselves out of a difficult situation. And then they'll come to you asking you, oh, can you take care of such and such for me? Can you keep the kids for me? Can I borrow $300 until I get paid next week? Like, it's always this type of mentality. And this is stressful. It's very stressful. Spirit says, cut it out. 10 of Swords. It's time to end it. Put an end to it. Put a stop to it. Start telling people, hell no. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Concern yourself with what's yours to be concerned with. Spirit said, and let the rest go. Surrender. Seeing things from a different perspective. Is it that they're really broke, or is it that they have trouble with budgeting? They have trouble with overspending. They have trouble with taking care of responsibilities and their priorities. But it's not your concern, though. That's not your concern. Let them figure it out. Let them learn that lesson on their own. Right? Is it that they don't have enough? Is it that nobody wants to work at that facility where you work at? Or is it that they don't hire enough people? They don't train people. It's not your concern. Let it go. Let it go. State what you need. State your piece. And let it go. There's no sense in crying over spilled milk. I had the 5 of Cups here. There's no sense in crying over spilled milk. What's done is already done. And there's no need for you to live with regrets about the choices that you've made or the situations you're in, because there's really not much you can do about it but continue to move forward, right? Page of Pentacles. Have a plan. Have a strategy of moving forward. Like, focus on what you can do, right, to get that debt down. Focus on what you can do to improve your workspace environment. Focus on the things that you can do to get to where you want to be. Queen of Pentacles is here. Queen of Pentacles. So a lot of y'all may be focused on your career, your job, stability, right? Moving into a new place, because I'm getting movement with the Eight of Wands. Some of you guys may not be happy with where you are now. So you may be making plans to move somewhere that may be better for you in the long run. Nine of Wands is here in the bottom of the deck. So this tells me that it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. 2023 has been rough, you guys. It's been rough, okay? It's been rough. So if you've been going through it, Spirit saying, keep your head up because it's going to get better. Continue to focus on yourself, your goals, and the things that you want financially. As far as like paying down debt and having other multiple sources of income. Like, don't give up on your goals. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep pushing. All right. Was anybody coming in that wanted a reading, that donated and I just didn't see it? If you did, please drop a heart down in the chat so we know once you've donated, sent the donation, so I can pull cards for you before I close out, because I'm about to close out. But y'all, I'm gonna try to go live during this week because next Saturday I won't be here, so I'll be out of town. So anybody wanting to book with me, I'm available Monday through Friday. Feel free, like I said, to go over to the website and book. I'm offering 20% off all readings except the questions. So use the code HOLIDAY at checkout. My website is aquarianempresstarot.net. Love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all the love and support, you guys. And until next time, peace out, y'all.